Welcome to the Shikama Live Show with your host Shikama. First of all, this video is mainly addressing my longtime subscribers, my longtime black subscribers. So there is a scandal surrounding Dr. Umar Johnson. Why am I even talking about this? I rarely mention any of those people. Simply to say that a lot of the facts, historical facts that they say, I also say. But that's where the similarity completely ends. If you are a longtime subscriber and you pay attention to my videos, you will know that I concentrate on completely different things. Now, people have compared me to Dr. Umar Johnson. People have compared me to Dr. Anderson, Thomas Sowell, some other economists. You will know that I'm completely different from all of these conscious black people. I don't even remotely fit in those categories. And not even the wildest strand of similarity. I don't say Hotep. I don't say any of that stuff. I don't say any of that stuff. I'm not against it. That's just not me. You'll know several things about me. I'm all about finance. I'm all about being a libertarian. Complete and utter freedom. That includes black people, and I think black people should all join the Libertarian Party. I don't know why you're a part of the Democrats or Republican for that matter. I'm all about money, and there's so many ignorant black people say, it's not about money. You tell me one thing that money doesn't touch. I don't mean touch. I mean, it is not possible to do without it. And don't say happiness, because let me tell you, people are happy that they have an iPhone. People are happy that they have a house. People are happy that they have electricity and water and food and clothes and cars and vacations. Only an ignorant person who wants to hide their head under a rock would say that money isn't everything. Money is everything. You're stupid if you don't believe that. You are stupid if you don't believe that. Let me repeat that. You are stupid if you don't believe that. Now, what is this stupid scandal about Umar Johnson? He had sex. It took me an hour of combing through videos, Tariq Nasheed, Sheik this, Prince this, Queen this. You know, I said I'm a libertarian. As a libertarian, I don't see what's the scandal. And then finally, one guy who thought he was really saying something said, Dr. Umar Johnson said he was celibate, and he talks about the sanctity of marriage and healthy relationship. For that matter, let me explain to you my personal view. I don't believe in premarital sex. How's that for a shocker? I don't believe in premarital sex at all. So all of you are peasants. All of you are peasants. You're all nasty. You're all scum of the earth as far as I'm concerned. But I still talk to you. Did you see? I still talk to you. So it boggles my mind how the scum of the earth would look down on Dr. Umar Johnson for having sex. And it's, she's a stripper. And the other women? Their Mother Teresa? They're all whores as far as I'm concerned. You don't even understand the level that I hold myself to. I don't hold you all to that level. I hold myself to that level. I think all of you are whores. I think all of you, I'm talking men, women, children. I had sex when I was 13. You're disgusting. You don't have parents. And your parents probably don't even have any sense of morality to even tell you how disgusting that is. They don't even have a gauge. Oh, I waited late. I had sex when I was 17. You're disgusting. You want to hear somebody who actually can speak from on high? He's a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. You're trying to judge somebody and you're a whore? No, seriously, you are a whore. I won't have sex with a man on a first date. Oh my God, that's your level of morality? You're a whore. You're a filthy whore. To my standard. Do you see where I'm coming from? To my standard, you're a whore. Welcome. You're beneath Umar Johnson, and you're looking up, trying to judge him. But that's how Americans are. At least the French know exactly where they stand. At least the Spanish, and I mean from Spain, know exactly where they stand. Italians, Africans. What's funny is Africans aren't even on the lower level that a lot of Americans are. I know there's a lot of this talk of AIDS and this, oh yeah, those Africans, they have so much sex. No, they don't. No, they don't. They have very high standards. I know. I lived in 3 different countries. I know. I lived in 3 different countries in Africa. I'm not talking about I heard it on the news. I lived in 3 different countries. I don't even understand the scandal. I don't even understand how anybody could be caught up. And that he lost $1 million from some unknown NBA person who was going to donate $1 million to the Marcus Garvey school that he's creating. What did the two even have to? You see, if the United States was a libertarian, none of this mess would even matter. I don't even understand how you all get caught up in this 3rd grade mess. Do you know I don't run around judging other people? I've never drank, smoked, done any drugs in my life. I don't lie. Never lied in my life. As far as sins go, I haven't done it in my life. I have told you I was going to be a priest and decided not to. I hold myself up to a nosebleed, a very high standard. But I don't run around judging other people. So when I watched the video and I heard what they were saying, that he had sex with some woman, in my mind I was like, well, don't all of y'all do that? You're all a bunch of animals. You're all disgusting. I don't even understand where the scandal actually comes in. You're all whores. You're all sluts. And the men know that they're paying for sluts. There's even jokes about what's the difference between a woman and a prostitute? Nothing. And technically, they're right. It's not even a joke. It's a serious comment. And it's a serious commentary. That's why I made videos about women trying to have a courting lifestyle as far as a man is concerned, but they're a whore. You can't be courting and be a whore at the same time. The whole idea of courting is that you were going to get a virgin. So you can't be courting. The man can't pay for you, and you're not this precious commodity. You're not precious at all. You've lost any preciousness, and the preciousness was your virginity. And a lot of women don't understand that. A lot of men don't understand, because you are talking out of both sides of your mouth. All of you are sluts, that's men included, and you're trying to harken back to a time where women were virgin, men were virgin, and they got married, and there was dowries and arranged weddings and a courtship. And I keep telling people, no, the man doesn't pay for everything when you're a slut. Why? You're nothing to have. You're not a hot commodity. This is why I didn't understand the Umar Johnson. I spent an hour. Actually, I spent 2 days, because I saw little peeps of that, and I said I don't want to watch it. And then YouTube kept saying, recommend it. And the thing is, and I'll say this, has Dr. Umar Johnson erased this democratic, liberal, communist, socialist, revisionist history that they've done to you in your childhood through your grandmother, your mother, through school, elementary, high school, just revised history. Oh, no, black people have never invented anything. Black people invented everything. What are you talking about? When you talk about the white attitude towards black, it was that blacks are to work. And then this revisionist history of, oh, black people are lazy. No. What they were saying was, we don't want to work. That's technically called lazy. So we want to make black people work double, triple, quadruple of what a white man works. It's a reverse psychology. You get it? And they made a stereotype of black people are lazy to give you an inferiority complex. If somebody tells you you're lazy, laziness is a bad thing, right? Because Christianity, in the puritanical sense of the concept of Christianity, work ethic is holy, right? Remember, I know all of this religious crap. So if they tell you that you're lazy, you're going to try and prove them wrong. Oh, I got to work. I got to come in early. I got to come in 10 minutes early, 30 minutes early, and I got to stay late and not get paid overtime. It's reverse psychology. That's all it is. And I keep telling you all, it's so blatantly apparent to me when I see it. And what's funny is the biggest sluts in the country are coming for Dr. Umar Johnson. These Negroes ain't about nothing. These Negroes are always lying. What? You own one pair of panties, and you don't wash them every day. You have absolutely no grounds to talk about anybody. You should be thankful that anybody in society even talks to you. But that's the society that we live in today in the United States. We talk to poor people. Do you know how poor people were treated 60 years ago, 80 years ago? I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure you've seen it in a play, read it in a book. Oh, that's My Little Johnny? Oh, no. He can't talk to those. And I'm talking black, white, green, blue, whatever. Oh, no. Oh, no. My Little Johnny can't talk to those people. They live on the other side of the tracks. How do I know this? Because I spent some time living with my maternal grandma, a woman of untold class who came from a wealthy middle class family. So this whole wealth is generational for me, and the class thing is generational. This is why I see these stars and I go, oh, that's so typical of the new money. And people don't even understand what new money means. People did not treat poor people very kindly. You were not somebody that somebody would deem to speak to. You were not somebody that anybody would want to associate with, be seen with, talk to, listen to. So I think it's really humorous when these poor people, these ratchet people, starts trying to say something to a PhD holder. What? Well, I don't think you know your place. That's inappropriate. You need to know your place. But, you know, we have this love and hip hop, the real housewives of this, that, and the other. Now, the real husbands of this, and that, and the other. World star hip hop. So the most ratchet people, the most poorest, the most ignorant, the most uneducated, the most classless people on the planet are being paid attention to. Remember, I said poor people weren't even paid attention to. You were to be silent and live in the shadow, and nobody was supposed to talk to you. And like I said, nobody was supposed to listen to you. But in this day and age, they not only listen to you, they stand up and applaud. Oh, that's, did you see that, Harold? Oh, that one Negro beat that other Negro up. Oh, isn't that just enjoyable? I don't watch that. I grew up a little bit differently, so I don't watch that sort of stuff. That is not entertaining to me. That is not humorous. I don't find any of that funny. And if you knew anything about any sort of pride, and you say you have black pride, really? You have black pride? So you're an honorable person? You're a high moral person? No, you're not. So stop lying. Stop lying to yourself. I don't care if you lie to me. I already know that you're a peasant. I just don't get how you think that other people don't see that you're a peasant, or understand that you're a peasant. You're taking pictures with your butt sticking out. That speaks volumes about your dishonorable nature. You're prideless. You have no pride. You have no shame. If you're a shameful person, you, by definition, don't have any pride. So what are my opinions of Dr. Umar Johnson? I don't think he's any better than the rest of you. But he set his star on something. And so they beat him at his own game. What can you do to me? You can't do anything to me. You can give me money or you cannot give me. There's nothing you can embarrass me with. How can you embarrass me? I'm all about money. There is no embarrassment in money. None whatsoever. And in business, there is no embarrassment. I know there's people who jump out of windows because they've lost all of their money. Those are weak-minded people who are stupid. Donald Trump has been bankrupt 7 different times. 4 of the times on purpose. But you don't get Donald Trump's experience in an 18-year-old. You don't get Donald Trump's connections in an 18-year-old. So why is a guy jumping out the window who works on Wall Street? He's just being stupid. He's working on Wall Street. Tomorrow, he probably, and this is what Donald Trump has said, after his bankruptcies, he always got richer than he was before the bankruptcy. 7 times. Richer, 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 richer. Billionaire. He wasn't a billionaire before. He's a billionaire now. You can't do anything to me. I'm saying if I were in Dr. Umar's situation, the tables would be completely blown off the kitchen, because none of that would even matter. Oh, I had sex with him, and people would go, and did he create a broker's account for you? I mean, what are you trying to say? That's why I don't do sex videos or talk about, I don't like to gossip. I don't talk about stars, because it doesn't matter. Just like I said, the kid said, oh, we need to make fun of Clarence Thomas. Black Twitter, come on. And I said, no, you need to put your energy into things that actually matter and can actually make a difference. Black Twitter needs to make fun of Clarence Thomas because he's an Uncle Tom. Okay, you're too stupid to even talk to. But this is the mentality today. And it's not a black thing, it's an American. The Democrats have seized control of cities, education, and so we have these children running around pretending to be adults, pretending to speak out for causes. I said at the beginning of this video, I'm not into this whole conscious black movement, because I always find, I listen to the people, I'll secretly watch their videos, and then when I hear it, I click it off. What am I talking about? When I hear where they go wrong, where I think I click it off. I don't leave a comment. I don't say anything. I don't embarrass them. I don't point out where they're wrong. I just click it off, because invariably they get caught up in something that is not important. All of these videos I do saying black people need to own their own business. That's the answer. You should never go to the government. Homosexuals want to run to the government? I don't think they understand. And it's not all homosexual. It's this little tiny group. But the government is like a Las Vegas casino, the house always wins. And when the house wins, it's always to the detriment of everybody else. That's why I say black people don't get involved in that. We don't need an Al Sharpton. We don't need a Jesse Jackson. We don't need a Tavis Smiley. We don't need what's his name, the Islamic guy? Nation of Islam. We don't need that person. We don't need any of that. And I said, you don't worry about racism. I made several videos saying, you don't need to worry about racism. Let's get our ball and go home and play by ourselves. And what's funny is I get a lot of white people speaking out against, how dare you do. One of the TV shows that I watch here on YouTube, I catch, I guess, the illegal downloads, or I don't know, it might be from the actual CNBC. I don't know. It's an Armenian, and it took me some time to figure out what was going on. It's an Armenian investor, and the entire show is him investing 90% of the time in other Armenians. I saw him invest in one black guy, but 90% of the times it's other Armenians. Now, to the average white person watching the show, they can't tell an Armenian from a German. But I had to do a little bit of research, and I figured it out. It's a show about an Armenian investing in Armenia. It looks like he's doing wonderful, great things, and he is. He's investing in Armenia. And when I try and say, black people, you need to do that, you know, I get a bunch of backlash from white people. Oh, you can't do that. That's racist. Oh, that's racist. What? There's a show where a Greek invests in Greeks. There's a show where an Armenian invests in Armenian. There's a show where an Italian invests in Italian. Jew investing in Jew. Asian investing in Asians. It's all over the place. It's open and blatant. So I don't want to hear anything from white people saying, oh, black people don't need to do that. Black people definitely need to do that. You can't say black people should invest in black people and then turn around and say black people need to get off welfare, which is actually a majority by white people, not by black people. But you can't speak out of both sides of your mouth. You can't say black people need to get off welfare. They need to get off of food stamps. They need to get off of WIC, and then turn around and tell me, you don't need to invest in black people. You don't need to tell black people to go invest buy only black. Every group does it. Every group does it. Why did the poor Latinos come here in droves 30 years ago and surpass black wealth in that time? Black wealth when we came here on the first boat that landed here. Yes, black people were on the very first boat. How is it possible? Well, they did exactly what I'm telling black people to do. They invested in each other, and in each other only. They buy one shop, everybody works in it, they save up their wealth, and they buy the next shop, and so forth and so on. Boom, strip mall, all owned by Latina. I have a roommate who's married to an Asian chick. He said, come with me, we're going to go to her work. Okay, we go to her work. The entire strip mall isn't even written in English. It's all written in Chinese, Filipino, what have you. They don't even pretend like they live in America. So please don't even come at me, because I'm just going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you, hey, everybody else is doing it, and white people are doing it. Yes, there is an all-white news channel. There is an all-white TV channel. There is an all-white business, all-white Wall Street, all-white everything, all-white law firm, all-white grocery market. I went to the quote-unquote white side of town in Las Vegas, and I got recognized by people in there. Oh, I know you. I watch you. How are you doing? I can't believe I'm here seeing you. I'm the only black person in the entire store. Not even the janitor's black. Everybody's white. So don't tell me that there is no all-white anything. There's all-white towns. To this day, there's towns that say, Negro, do not let the sun set on you. But that doesn't faze me. That's why I'm saying, I have said, don't let any of this racism fool you black people. Don't let it even affect you. We need to stop trying to mess with white people. We need to learn from the Jew, learn from the Italians, learn from the Armenians. Take our ball, go home and play with it ourselves. And if had Dr. Umar Johnson concentrated on what I'm concentrating on, none of this would have been a scandal. Ooh, he had sex. Oh, who cares? He's a single man. He has sex. You have sex. What's the difference? Nothing. Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show.